Now we will talk about control unit settings. First, we have to log in. Then we have to connect to our control unit. In my case, it will be an Ethernet connection. Let's go to the Settings Control Unit tab. Here we have general settings like control unit name. In my case, it is EPC 01. We have time synchronization type. So either it is on connection with PC, or it is pulled from an NTP server. We can adjust our time zone. This is the IP address that is needed to be set up in order to connect to our control unit through Ethernet. We have general closing settings like the behavior of the start button. Here we have external control and start button and external control. There also is one additional option, available on lower licenses which are not semi-automatic, which is start button, which can control the pincer without any external input control. Here we can choose between control unit, X20 digital EO, or industrial network like Profinet, EtherCAT, and Ethernet IP. Nextly, we have trigger mode, which is a tip, push and hold. You have to push the button on the pincer for a full cycle. You can then have an impulse. We can choose also just a simple click or a double click. Mode of operation, automatic or step-by-step. In the closing feedback tab, we have behaviors of our signals that are sent to the PLC. For example, my control unit, after every OK closure, sends a continuous signal, or I can change it to impulse, which can last up to 500 milliseconds. In the pincer test tab, we have the behaviors of a pincer test when the control unit is powered on. We can do the mandatory pincer test. We can have an option of choosing between the pincer test and active program number, or we can go directly to the active program number. Here we have two-stage guided force test, which uses the force from our APM. We can either warn the operator or force him to do the pincer test after. For example, 5,000 closures. We can give an OK signal at the pincer test start, after each pincer test step, or we can request the authorization upon pincer test.